Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
The piece I've chosen to analyse is Good Riddance or Time of Your Life by Green Day, and you should be able to hear that in the background.
Of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time.
It's a really well known piece, and I think it's worth looking at the techniques that the composer uses in the piece. Now, the first technique that he uses is that of chord progression, and this can be seen in the sheet music here and in the piece itself, where he uses a G for the first 8 beats, a C for the next 4 beats, and then a D for the next 4 beats after that. So basically, the second technique that he uses is the repetition of the chord progression from earlier. This can be seen here, where he basically plays the G, the C, and the D throughout the first couple of bars.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.
Alright, yet another example of a technique is the repetition of the melody in the first and second lines of the piece. And this can be seen in the sheet music here and also once again in the actual piece itself.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.
So as you can see in this, both lines of melody are exactly the same. Another technique that the composer uses is the counter string melody that is incorporated about halfway through the piece and continues throughout the piece.
So take the photographs and still frames in your...
In that section, you are able to see how basically the stringed instruments continued underneath the singer's lyrics and the actual melody of the piece. It continued in the counter melody. So now we're going to have a look at what the big instrumental parts of the song look like with the strings in it. So in that section, you were basically able to see that throughout the piece there are big instrumental sections where it is just instruments and the singer doesn't actually sing or do anything else. So you've still got the underlying chords, but then you've got the counter melody of the strings on top of that, and you were able to see that in that section, which is really helpful for giving you an overall view of the piece. Now, the final technique of the day is the arc-shaped melody that the piece has throughout. So basically the piece starts off and it does a lower part, then it goes to a higher part of the melody, then goes to a lower part of the melody again during each line / stanza.
Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go.
So in this you can see that the melody has started off on a lower sort of part.
So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time.
So here you can see that the melody has gone up as opposed to earlier.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
So as you can see in the piece here, and also you can hear it in the music itself, that the piece does in fact have an arc rhythm in that it starts off low, then it goes to a high part of the melody, and then it goes back down to a low part. And this is called the A melody arc.